Secrets, if you really look at yourself, you would be speechless. What happened to being doctors and teachers? What happened to being your brother's keeper? Nowadays, kids more.
You're in the mix with the DJ always banging the real hip-hop.
Beauty in the struggle,
DJ.
Yeah. It's beauty in the struggle, ugliness in the success. Hear my words and listen to my signal of distress. I grew up in the city and know sometimes we had less. Compared to some of my niggas down the block, man, we were blessed. And life can't be no fairy tale, no once upon a time. But I be goddamn if a nigga don't be trying. So tell me, mama, please, why you be drinking all the time? Does all the pain he brought you still linger in your mind? Cause pain still lingers on mine.
Yo, what is poppin', YouTube family? It's the top of the week, so you already know what time it is. It's your boy, Mr.BandClap, back at it again with another on point Orisha Tarot forecast spread for the week of Monday, October the 26th, all the way until Sunday, November the 1st of 2020. I am at McDonald's right now because that was the only place that I could record this video due to a lot of things still being closed down where I am. So please excuse the noise. As you all know, this side right here represents the cards at the bottom of the deck. So this is just the overall energies, the overall, things that you may be feeling or going through this week. And plus, each row has a day as far as the different energies that's going on that you may feel or that you may be going through. Now, you may not go through these particular things or feel these particular things on that particular day, but it's just something to watch out for during the week. So since this is the YouTube version, I'm only going to pull the top card from each of these rows. And if you want to see the full version of this video, where I turn every single card around and let you know what's going on every single card, please join my Patreon at www.patreon.com/BandClapTV. All right, so let's get started. Let's see what we got for the overall energies of this week. So we got...
No, I'm waiting for you to do it. I can't do it. Like I told you, you have to do it.
All right. So this is the Four of Fire. And we also have the Nine of Fire. So these are two fiery cards that we got here. Now, and these are for... These can be for two different, one set of people here that's doing things in the physical, and then you got one set of people who's living spiritually and doing different things. Or this could be for the same person. This could be for the same person. So this Four of Fire talks about not forgetting that everything has been obtained through effort. Do not reject the family demands or corporate requirements, since dispersion and dissension may cause adverse effects. So this is talking about, remember that everything is obtained through effort. This is a card about patience, thankfulness to your ancestors, because this is talking about the unseen. Thankfulness to your ancestors that are unseen. Thankfulness to people that are praying for you, for your positive results and all of those type of things. And when you're living this life, especially when you're living spiritually, you understand that You know, there's a lot of things that's going on in your favor that you may not even see. So it's hard for you to get cocky and to get pompous and arrogant, because you know that these good things are not happening just on your own merit. You know, there's a spiritual aspect to it. And the reason why in this time you may be going through some issues with manifestation, or you might be going through some issues as far as your magic not working the way you want it to go, or you may feel cloudy spiritually or something like that, is because of this 9 of fire right here. And this 9 of fire talks about there's something spiritual that you could not, or you failed to obtain, and you've been wasting a lot of time on remedial things that don't matter and all of that. And you may be going through a hermit mode, forced hermit mode, simply because there's some spiritual things that you need to obtain, and it's easy to postpone those valuable spiritual things for something that's superficial, you know. And these delays in your actions, as far as not getting on that spiritual work that you know that you need to be doing, this is going to open up astral or material doors for your adversaries, thus causing unmeasurable or unforeseen difficulties. So what you need to be doing is refraining from material things to reach higher spiritual enlightenment, whether this means being abstinent, whether this means refraining from using drugs, alcohol, meditating, all of those things, so that you can get this spiritual enlightenment. And remember to be thankful for your ancestors who are on the other side, that's helping you with this path to enlightenment that you're on. So this card right here is talking about saving your energy, but this card over here is talking about effort, because you got to remember, with us being spiritual humans, we work in two different realms. We got the physical over here, we got the spiritual over here. We got the realm of the outer man, which is over here, and then over here you got the realm of your inner child. So in order for your inner child to be able to stay a child, so it can give you that pure innocent type of happiness that the world can't give to you, in order for your inner child to be safe and protected in your vessel, you as a physical person have to grow up and be wise and be that father figure or that mother figure to your inner child. So that's what this is talking about. In order for your inner child to be able to play and do the things that it needs to do, so that it can continue to give you that pure magical energy that you can use to manifest, that you can use to keep you always motivated no matter what, always positive no matter what. In order for your inner child to do that for you on the outside, you got to put in that work, so that you can make sure that your inner child don't have to grow up. So it's a yin and a yang, it's a push and a pull. But since both of these things are reversed, it's talking about if you got a imbalance physically, where you may not be getting the money that you want, or you may not be getting the certain things that you want, it's because you got to go within and see what your inner child is doing and see what your ancestors is trying to tell you. If you feel like you're spiritually lacking, if you feel like you're lacking spiritually, you got to make sure that physically you're in a environment to where, you know, you can easily go within and communicate with your inner child without you having to always be on guard physically. You know, it's hard for you to be able to go within in the dream realm and talk to your inner child and talk to your ancestors if you're living in an environment to where you always got to be on guard because you don't want somebody to steal your stuff, or you don't want somebody to break in your house, or, you know, you don't want a bug crawling on you or whatever. So this whole week is going to be about balancing your physical, doing the work that you need to do, and also, you know, giving your inner child some time to play, you know. And I was about to do a video about this. Have you gave your inner child some time to play today? So think about that. All right. So let's see what Monday has for us. All right. So this is in line with this. Wherever you go, because a lot of us are leaving the hood. I like to call this card leaving the hood. A lot of us are leaving different situations, different places, you know, making sure we're planting seeds so that if somebody wants to go on their journey behind us, they can have a nice little, you know, a better road than we had, you know. So physically, this might be something that you have to do so that, number one, you know, you can be more at peace physically, where you can make sure that you're honoring your ancestors, doing what you need to do. And then this is going to translate to your inner child being able to roam freely, you know, inside of your vessel, you know, inside of the world that you created with your mind. It's hard for you to create a world with your mind where your inner child can roam free if you're going through a lot of physical, you know, mishaps and all of that stuff. It's real hard for you to put that energy towards creating your own world and your own universe. It's hard for you to do that when you're thinking about, how am I going to pay my rent? You know, how am I going to pay my light bill and my phone bill? And, you know, how am I going to get to work and all of that stuff? So, you know, you might have to do this. You might have to move. You know, you might have to downsize. You might have to leave a certain place that's not suiting you. Leaving things behind, leaving places behind that no longer suit you, so that you can, you know, so that you can get this stuff together. Because this is talking about being able to rest, being able to be peaceful, being able to be calm and undistracted from the stuff that's going on. All right. So Tuesday is the day that I'm going to pull all of these cards. So let's see what Tuesday has for us. So we got the 9 of air. Oh, we got Oya in reverse. We got the Ace of Earth. We got the Undies and the Mermaids. And we also have the Ace of Fire reversed. So let's see what all this is talking about. So remember, on Monday, this is talking about on this side, you know, everything is obtained through effort. Now, Tuesday, this is more talking about the spiritual side. This is talking about the spiritual side. And this spread right here tells a story. And this goes out to my baby Oyas out there. If you're a Scorpio sun or moon, if you're a Scorpio with an Aries moon, a Sagittarius moon, if you're a Pisces with a Scorpio moon, we know that Oya is the goddess of Scorpio, and we understand that her energy, that 8th house energy, is about transformation. It's about death. It's about sex. She's also the mother of 9 as well. So Oya, she has to do with the 8 and the 9, because she's about that transformation. And then she's also about wisdom. I always talk about Aunt Yansa and how Aunt Yansa is very wise, even though she's been through a lot of stuff, but she's very wise. And I know a lot of people, especially in black households, we got that Aunt Yansa that she still ain't married, but she might have a relationship with your uncle, but they may not be physically married or whatever, but she got hella wisdom. Now, this is telling the story about a baby Oya who, has a lot of things passed down to her from past lives, and she has these powers. She's very powerful. She has a lot of gifts and stuff like that. And these gifts make her very successful. These gifts make her very successful in whatever she does. But see, this is the thing. If this baby Oya has a low value, because this Ace of Fire, this is going to affect the baby Oya's self-esteem, and this is also going to affect the baby Oya's energy, that solar plexus energy that comes from the 5th house, which is ruled by Leo, which is about play, which is about children. The 5th house, that heart chakra, that's one of the most important chakras that you have. It's connected to your heart and all of those things. So it's like this baby Oya, because we're in Scorpio season right now. So this baby Oya, who is a Scorpio, she has a lot of powers. Y'all have a lot of gifts, given to you by your mother, which is Yemoya. Your grandmother, which is Nanambaruku. Your father, which is Obatala. Your grandfather, which is Odua. And we know that Oya is the goddess of the marketplace. So she always gonna have some money. She always gonna be able to get money. But if you don't get this spiritual part right and put that same effort that you put into getting those degrees and into getting your businesses off the ground and all of that, if you don't put that same effort into your spiritual, getting your spirit together, because the journey of Oya learning herself is one of the hardest journeys, but it's also one of the most rewarding journeys as well. But if you don't do this, you'll never feel on the inside that value that you are on the outside. And when you don't go within and you don't rectify this, then this 9 of air ends up being your fate. This 9 of air ends up being your fate. And this 9 of air talks about worries, suffering, pressure, underlying danger. Somebody wants something that belongs to you. Maybe creditors illness, risk of death. So it's like this baby Oya, she has a lot of gifts, she's getting a lot of attention, and she's very successful. But she got low self-esteem, she got low self-worth, low self-value, and this is the reason why she feels, pressure. She's worrying and she's all of this stuff because she's not tapped in. Maybe she haven't left the environment that she needs to leave so that she can be peaceful and prosperous. So for my baby Oyas out there, this is going to be very, very pivotal for you. This is going to be very, very pivotal that you get this information about this spiritual enlightenment, and that same effort that you put into doing things on the physical with your business, you got to do the same thing spiritually as well, because in this time that we're about to go in, the soul family don't need to be confused about what their part it is that they need to be playing right now. You don't need to be confused about what part that you're supposed to be playing simply because you may be successful financially and you may be successful socially, so you may not feel like that, this is something that matters. You may not feel like this matters, but I'm here to tell you it does, because we don't need powerless Oyas out here, because all this stuff right here, this can pass away, but this spiritual enlightenment, that's what really, really makes you powerful, and this is not something that this system of soulless beings that own this matrix, is going to tell you, all right. And shout out to Papa Legba, because Papa Legba also represents the number 8, just like Oya. So I'm being the Papa Legba right now to let you know, if you're a baby Oya, a Scorpio with a Sagittarius moon, a Scorpio with an Aries moon, a Scorpio with a Leo moon, a Sagittarius or Aries or a Leo, they got a Scorpio moon, this is for you. All right, so let's see what Wednesday has for us. Let's see what Wednesday got for us. All right, we got Shango. So for all of my baby Oyas out there, if you need some assistance, as far as protecting you from these pressures and these worries, somebody wants something that you have, if you need protection with this, Shango is right here to help you. There you go. Shango is right here to help you. Shango, this justice, this prophet, Shango can assist you. Oya, Shango is the lightning. You're the wind and the storm, and y'all can work together and do some very powerful things. Y'all can work together, do some very, very powerful things. So you got Shango, you got Oya, you got Obanani. So you already know what's next. We'll see if Oshun pops up, because this Ace of Earth could also mean Oshun, because she is the goddess of Taurus. So we might this might be Oshun, but let's see if Oshun actually comes up. And y'all will see that if it don't come up on the YouTube version, it may come up on the Patreon version as well. All right. So see what Thursday has for us. All right. Beautiful. So, this is the 7 of water. So, what this is saying is, you know, if you're a baby Oya, or if you're feeling this type of pressure, this worried energy, and you got this Oya inside of you, you know, after justice comes clarity. This is the card of clarity. See, this is you worrying and going through the storm blind. You don't know what's going on. Then you get this help from Shango. And now you have clarity. And now, since you got this clarity, you know where to go. You know what to do. Now you're looking for the solution in the right path. And you're persistent. This is being persistent right here. So now you're being persistent. You're understanding that humility leads to greatness. And only those who have a great spirit reaches great goals. Now you're looking for the path of faith on a step-by-step escalation. Like what Biggie said, you know, I'm climbing my ladder. I'm on the ladder to success, escalator style. You know, this talks about not looking down with arrogance and not underestimating things that you don't have. It may be due to a lack of learning or understanding, you know. So if you got all my baby Oyas, you know, if you're going through some stuff right now, you feel worried, you feel pressured, you feel like things aren't working, it's simply because there's something spiritual that you need to obtain, and it's going to be some work, because you may have to end up leaving the environment that you're in order for you to actually do the things that you need to do. And you connecting with Shango, you know, he's going to help you as far as getting the justice that you need. If this is a situation where you feel like, you know, your creditors are going to take your business or whatever, this is talking about a lawyer, that justice that you need to get these people with these sticks and these guns off your back. You know, Shango can help you with that and put you in this peaceful journey where now you're on the right path, doing what it is that you're supposed to be doing. So this is dope. All right. So now let's see what Friday has for us, and we're going towards the end of the week. All right. So you see what happens when you get that clarity. When you get that clarity, now you got this 2 of water, which is beautiful. All right. And you also have a 10 of water right here. And you know what? I want to pull one more card. I haven't seen this 10 of earth in a while. So this 2 of water, it talks about happiness, great love, harmony, spirituality, you know, tender feelings, a stage of friendship, love affairs, mutual understanding. And this talks about the 10 of earth. You know, this talks about abundance, prosperity, Capricorn energy. So this is right in line with this and that. This right here is in line with this card and this card. So this right here, this 10 of water, in this type of regard, because I don't know what any of these cards down here are about, This Ten of Water is talking about shadow work. You know, if this is you, this isn't something that's just gonna stop overnight just because now things are looking good in your life because you finally tuned into your ancestors and now you're on the right path and now you're seeing these positive changes. You know, remember, things happen spiritually before they happen physically. So if you were that type of person that went through all of these storms and all of that, you got some shadow work now that you need to do. So number one, you don't go into the next stage with these same defeatist type of mentality and the same defeatist type of feelings and loss of effort, you know, effort being in vain and all of that because of your last stage. You're going to have to do some shadow work so you can make sure that you don't carry those attitudes and stuff like that into the next stage. And you got to do this shadow work so that you won't be the reason why you're feeling like this, but you don't see it physically, because it's all together. You know, it's all together. So if you're feeling like this, but you're worried about things manifesting on the physical, it's because now all you got to do is just change your emotions. Change your emotions, you know, do that shadow work, do that healing, you know, forgive yourself. Anything that you need to do to turn this into this. Because spiritually, if you feel like this and emotionally you feel like this, then this is just right around the corner. It's just that we all know that this Capricorn, this Earth, you know, everything happens so much slower in the physical realm than it does in the spiritual. You know, so it takes a little bit more energy to bring things into the physical from the spiritual. But if you got these two things working in your favor, then this is just a piece of cake, you know. So make sure you remember that. All of this is a process. All of this is a process, you know. All right. So now we are at the weekend, baby. Let's see what Saturday has for us. All right. So this is the Ace of Air reverse for my Aquariuses. All right. The Three of Fire. So, you're going to start seeing a lot of people who were speaking negativity. You're going to start seeing them losing a lot of support. I don't want to get too much into politics, but I feel like this has, on an outward level, this has something to do with politics. A lot of spiritualists who are on some negative shit. They're not using their spiritual gifts to help the people, you know, to help the soul family. They're not using their spiritual gifts to uplift and empower the soul family. You're going to start to see them fall. And when you see them fall and when you see the support dwindle from them, you need to leave too. Because it's a sinking ship. You know, we know that us messengers, we're supposed to carry the message of peace and motivation and liberty and unity, you know. And as long as we do what we're supposed to do in that regard, we're always going to get the support that we need, and we're always going to get the resources that we need to keep us sustained in this earth until we're done, you know, and we ascend. So you're going to start seeing a lot of spiritualists go rogue. You're going to start seeing a lot of people that you thought were, you know, sheeps, but they're wolves in sheep's clothing, you know, and they're going to start losing money. They're going to start losing support. You're going to start seeing people back away from them. You know, see, Oni Osaru, he was talking about young Pharaoh in his video. And, you know, he's not the only one. A lot of people are going to be singing a different tune, you know, and rebelling against what it is that you're supposed to do, you know, is just going to lead to issues that, you know, it's just not even worth it at the end of the day. It's just not worth it. So if this is you, you still got a chance to turn yourself around and do what you're supposed to be doing before this happens. Because once this happens, you know, it's gonna get real crazy. You know, that's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna get real crazy for you. So, last but not least, let's see what Sunday has for us. All right. So this is 3 of Earth. This is for my Taurus, my Virgos, my Capricorns, and this is talking about for the people who are just and they stay humble and they stay, you know, righteous and do what they're supposed to do. This 3 of Earth talks about animals that are standing firmly and securely. The bones of their legs bear all of their skeletal structure in spite of their great size and height. One of the giraffes prefers to be in service of its 2 companions. And this is a Virgo characteristic, you know, helping to pick the fruits, knowing that prudence, which is the Capricorn, will keep them alive, and considering after careful analysis, which is Virgo again, that each jointly with others will be favored by their mutual help. And that's the Taurus. See, that's the Taurus. A very long neck, which is Taurus. A very long neck makes them elegant and harmonious, you know, and this is Venus and Saturn acting together, you know. So this is talking about perfect associations, talent, wisdom, conjunction of work, and savings made with great effort, you know. So you see how everything is everything. You know, this card for Sunday is the result of you doing this. So you do this, you realize that everything is maintained with effort. You do all of the spiritual fasting and all the spiritual things that you need to do, whether it is to move from your environment, whether it is to call on your ancestors that's going to help you. If you're powerful, you got all these things, but you feel hurt, undervalued, you feel pressured. And once Shango helps you as far as getting the blocks out the way, and now you know what path you need to go on. You know, if you do that emotional healing that you need to do when you're in the good times, if you don't get selfish when you get into the prosperous times, and if you don't go rogue in your message once you get the abundance from all of the help and support that comes with you being a messenger and being peaceful and being righteous, you will be glad that you did. So I hope you all enjoyed this week's edition of the On Point Orisha Tarot reading. This was super dope. I really hope that I was able to speak a positive word into your life for this week. And until next time, Peace.